Sprained ankle has really been felt by the Oilers. Brown a good all-around back, but you need the big back in the run and shoot offense. If you're going to do this single back, he has got to be a big man. Brown is that, almost 235 pounds, but really nice quickness for that size.
Second and a long one. And here is Gary Brown, who can't get out of the backfield. Great play by Andy Harmon, beginning to emerge as one of the top defensive linemen in the league.
He's a worker, Dan. Richie Coach I raised when he talks about Andy Harmon. He is the less publicized of all these defensive linemen, and certainly the ones that are gone. Speaking of course, of the great ones that are part of this team, but he is a worker, a plugger. He will scramble, he'll fight, he'll bite you, he'll do anything to get to the ball.
And he's really playing with a handicap, Frank. See that cast on his right arm? Look at that bad thumb. Very reminiscent of what we saw with Neil Smith. He dislocated that thumb, and he's got that soft cast.
He's got pins in that.
Yeah, that thing really hurts against the running game. You can't grab. Didn't seem to hurt him there.
Third down and 5. And Cody Carlson to an open Ernest Givens. He's inside the 10. It'll be first and goal. Greg Jackson with the tackle.
Ooh, somehow Greg Jackson got himself tied up with Ernest Givens, and that is not a good matchup. Well, defensively, not the matchup you want. Givens are going against the strong safety, or the free safety, Greg Jackson. Jackson, not a good man coverage.
There's another matchup up front, Frank, that isn't working right now for Philadelphia, and that's attempting to come after Carlson with only 4 guys. I thought they would blitz him a little bit more early. They're coming with 4. They're not getting there, and if you've got a banged-up quarterback, you're giving him a lot of time. He's going to complete those passes. I think they're going to have to blitz if they want to damage Carlson.
First and goal from just inside the 9. Brown runs into his own man, and then Harmon knocks him down along with Townsend. It was Townsend who really forced the issue that time. As he came across the line, Brown runs into his own guy, and they're all the way back at the 16.
Townsend gored Brad Hopkins, the left tackle, and only drove him about 5 yards into the backfield. It's going to be coming at us. Hopkins is 72. There's Townsend, 93. That's not an effective block.
The Oilers all of a sudden find themselves moving backwards. You got to watch Jeffrey Fires down, or Haywood Jeffries down here. Jeff Fires, as some people like to call him. He's the big man.
Second and goal at the 16, and Carlson throws, and the catch is made by Haywood Jeffries, the aforementioned one, taking it to the 3-yard line. It'll be third down and goal.
He's not the only big receiver on this team, and when you get down in this area, you need a big one. And a good read by Carlson. Jeffries breaking underneath, a little drive upfield. You got to respect him going to the corner. That's what he likes to do. This time he brings it across, gets the completion. Third down, working against Eric Allen, one of the better defensive cornerbacks in the league, but Jeffries was open.
Kevin Gilbride calling the play. Third and goal, 6.5 to go in the first quarter with no score. This is the 8th play of the drive. The play fake, the throw is too high, intended for Givens. He was covered on the play by Mark McMillan. The Oilers bogged down, and they'll settle for a Del Greco field goal attempt. And Jack Pardee has to be a little frustrated here, as they had moved the ball to a first and goal and have to settle for a 3-point effort.
Well, this used to be their problem a couple of years ago, and everybody complained about this offense. You get inside the 5, you can't get it into the end zone. They've been going pretty much with a tight end tonight, and they're still not getting it in. A break for Philadelphia, and I think I say a break because you're right. They're not getting any pressure at all on Carlson.
Well, if that pass was a little lower, I think Evans blocks it. If it's a little high, like he had to throw it, it's an incompletion.
It's a 21-yard field goal for Del Greco. It's the first time the Eagles this season have given up any points on the opening drive of a game. 6:28 to go in the first. 3-0. The Oilers have a rare lead, as they have been outscored in the first half thus far this season, 91-30.
And I think through the first 3 quarters, it's like 111-30. It's a bunch. It's embarrassing how bad it is.
Del Greco to kick off. Seidner and Hebron back to receive. Hebron from the 12-yard line, and he gives the ball to Seidner, coming back the other way, and he takes it out to the 28-yard line. A little razzle-dazzle, but the Oilers are there with the coverage. And let's get our first report from the sidelines in Lynn Swan.
Thank you, Al. If Herschel Walker looks a little different to you, it's because he's wearing a different set of shoulder pads. He's got about 4. He's wearing his very lightest pair. Herschel has had chronic shoulder problems ever since he left Georgia, where he dislocated his shoulder, didn't want to have it operated on until his second year in the USFL. It's always bothered him off and on. He said right now it's feeling extraordinarily strong. He's looking ready to play and use that shoulder in tonight's ball game. Al?
Last week they used him exclusively as a receiver. He did not carry the ball at all, as Garner picks up maybe a yard or a fraction thereof up to the 28-yard line. Lane Bishop been on the tackle. And
you know somebody's hurt. Probably.
Yeah. Thompson looked over toward the sideline. Somebody's shaken up.
Yeah, the players hear it. Somebody is at the bottom of that pile.
Mark Bavaro looked like he was one of the guys caught in a really tough spot. It looked like somebody was on his legs and he was being pushed over backwards. It's what the Eagles were reacting to, because one of the Oilers. All right, here's number 84. Yeah, right there. He's got his legs pinned underneath him, and look at that.
He got himself in a bad spot. He got out of it.
Boy, not only did he get out of it, he's staying in the game.
Yeah.
Well, nobody ever accused Mark Bavaro of not being a tough guy.
2nd and 9. Cunningham over the middle, and the catch is made up at the 28-yard line. Calvin Williams hauling it in for a minimal gain.
Oh, and Al Smith's starting to get a little fired up. He's on top of Williams, and then he starts talking to Bernard Williams.
Well, you can almost kind of feel the frustration of this Houston Oilers team all the way up here. You're going to see a lot of that tonight, yakking and pushing and shoving, and it's been a major embarrassment for them. We look at the defensive coordinator, Jeff Fisher, who used to be here with Buddy Ryan and still believes in a lot of Buddy Ryan's tactics, and that means blitz and more blitz.
And they better yak, and they better push, and they better shove, or it shows a lack of heart that's terminal.
3rd down and 3, and Cunningham with the blitz, and down he goes. Steve Jackson, the cornerback, and the Oilers love to come in bunches, and it pays off again for them.
Well, the minute the back to that side went in motion, you know that Cunningham lost his protection. Walker goes in motion coming towards us. That leaves a clean alley for Jackson. There's no way that Anton Davis can get all the way out of there. That formation in motion by Philadelphia, tailor-made for that blitz.
Brian Barker to punt. Ernest Gibbons collects it at the 32-yard line and is tackled right there. Nice play by Britt Hager after a 43-yard punt. 4:24 to go in the first. 3-0 Oilers.
And remember, you're playing for Bud Light, ladies. The boys are back in town.
These guys are good. Who are you calling guys? Yeah.
Looks like you're in the finals. Ma'am, for the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light.
You're the defending ladies pool champion? Yes, I am.
Ready for the big game?
Yes. Are you ready for a 2-all beef Titan, my friend?
Thank you, Mr. Curbside Service.
No mention it, Mr. Big Mac.
Special sauce superstar, lettuce cheese champ.
Mm-hmm.
Right now at McDonald's, you can convert 2 ordinary dollars into 2 huge, irresistible Big Macs. It's our $2 conversion. 2 Big Macs or 2 hot, fresh egg McMuffins for just $2.
2 for $2?
Oh, where's my other Big Mac? Mr. Fake Handle.
All right, it's right here.
Mr. Hamburglar.
McDonald's today.
To us, quality isn't everything, it's the only thing. When J.D. Power and Associates ranked Cadillac the best overall car line for vehicle dependability at 5 years of ownership, we believe that said a lot about our commitment to our customers for the long run. It's an honor everyone here can share because all of our workforce was part of making it happen. I'm as proud of our teamwork as I am of the award, and so is my company, Cadillac.
Tuesday, will Tim be a partner in a hardware store?
It's a possibility.
Completely out of the question.
We're still discussing it.
Over my dead body.
Home Improvement, Tuesday here on ABC.
That's tomorrow night's lineup, highlighted by Tim Allen in Home Improvement, Brett Butler and Grace Under Fire. The Tuesday lineup, and then Wednesday, Thunder Alley, All-American girl Roseanne Ellen and the Blaine game, an ABC News special Wednesday night in primetime right here on ABC.
Well, the Eagles didn't blitz Carlson the first time the Oilers had the ball. Let's see if they let Carson change his strategy this time around.
Houston 3, Philadelphia nothing, and flinching on the left side.
That wasn't a flinch. John Flannery does a full-blown setup.
Okay. Number 55. Prior to the snap,
it's the little jerky on the left side.
First down. 303-pound jerk.
You can't miss this.
Nope. There it is.
A 300-pound jerk?
Jerky. Jerky. Believe me, I wouldn't.
I'm sure Big John has a VCR, Frank.
I'm also sure we got to go down to Houston, too. Just a little jerky on the left side.
Oh, okay.
First and 15, and Gary Brown up past the 35 and is rolled down at the 40-yard line by Mark McMillan. Gain of 12.
Well, it's the dimension that Brown brings. But boy, what a well-blocked play up front by the Houston Oilers. This offensive line has been getting pounded in the press. They've been getting pounded by the opponent's defensive lines, giving up a whole bunch of sacks. But they have started this game on a very strong note. As to whether it lasts or not, we're not sure. But it's a good start by the offensive unit of the Houston Oilers.
Second and 3 at the 40-yard line. And it's Brown again. Stopped after a gain of just 1 up at the 41-yard line. Andy Harmon is there. It'll set up a 3rd and 2 for the Oilers, who next week go to L.A. to take on the Raiders. And there's a look at Bob Young, Dan's great pal.
Yeah, he's the offensive line coach of the Oilers. And, you know, it's a different makeup on this team. The great Mike Munchak retires. Doug Dawson, their other starting guard, moves on. He's playing for the Cleveland Browns. So a big change in the middle. Brad Hopkins is just trying to get established at left tackle. The jury still out as to whether he'll ever evolve into a great one. It's a real transition in Houston.
3rd and a short 2 from the 41-yard line. And Brown tries to pick it up. And Gary Brown is stopped at the 42-yard line. Greg Jackson, the first guy to hit him. And the Eagles have forced an Oiler punt. 2:45 remaining in the first quarter.
There seldom will be a lot in the middle when William Perry is anywhere in the vicinity.
Tough place to run. Brown, of course, been out for a couple of games. I talked to him before the game that I missed that last Monday against Pittsburgh. I'm not going to miss this one. But you have to wonder if he's 100%.
I like the fridge being in there on a punt return. Must be his great ability to get 40 yards downfield and make a block to spring the ball carrier, huh?
Here's Rich Camarillo. And it is fielded at the 5-yard line by Seidner. And it's normally an ill-advised play, but he does run it out past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Now here's what you do on a punt return. You block your guy and then you sprint all the way downfield and you get a crushing block. William Perry, boy, he covers a lot of territory on this one. Well, if I stay here, sooner or later it'll get here.
Goodyear Blitz Spirit from Akron has come in to provide these scenics. Veterans Stadium in Philadelphia. We just saw a 53-yard Rich Camarillo punt and a 17-yard run back by Jeff Seidner. Total yards in the game thus far, 72 for the Oilers and just 9 for the Eagles, -11 in passing.
Minus is only good in golf.
Eagles down 3-0. They have it at the 22-yard line. Cunningham throws. Barnett makes the catch. And Arkansas Fred is ridden out of bounds up at the 32-yard line, very close to a first down. Chris Dishman with the coverage.
Boy, talk about a guy who wants to get back into the swing of things. It's Fred Barnett. Really feels that he's been underutilized. Even doesn't, thinks that Randall doesn't look at him as much as he should. This man has speed. This guy has hands. He has instincts. We've already documented how he's battled back from a terrible knee injury. This is a guy, I think, Frank, ready to explode.
Randall also got used to going to Calvin Williams a year ago when Barnett was out for those 12 games, and get a little rhythm with the receiver, and it didn't work that much in training camp, and every time he comes out on the field, he's playing a little better. You have to admire just coming back from a full knee reconstruction in that position of wide receiver. It's quite an achievement.
I guess Lester Holmes, the starting right guard of the Eagles, has gone to their locker room to have x-rays taken of his right hand. Joe Panos is in the lineup now, taking his place, the rookie from Wisconsin.